Hey guys, it's BenefitsOfaG from GE Tracker, and in this video I'm going to talk to you guys how to spot mini short-term self-imploding bubbles. Now if you don't know what a bubble means, all it is really is an item being overvalued. When an item starts rising in value too quickly and there's no reason for it, that's starting to create a bubble and it's going to pop, meaning that price is going to start crashing pretty soon. But you may not know how much that item will crash. This is all about just spotting those crashes before they happen so you can get prepared for that and make sure you can get away from that item before you face any losses, or make sure you're not paying too much. So in the previous video, you guys might have noticed that I was flipping Saradomin's Light, and I was buying them for around like 135,000 each and selling them back for maybe around 200,000. Now, even though I stopped flipping that item after the video, I still wanted to watch it, and I noticed there was a huge spike here on the graph. Now, if you don't know, the red line means where people are willing to sell this item for, and the blue line means where people are willing to buy this item at. Now, if you log into your GE Tracker account and you don't see this on the graph, all you'd have to do is click the split graph, and then you'll see the two lines. Now, you'll also notice there's a huge gap between the red and blue line, okay? And instantly that's a red flag for me. If I start seeing the price skyrocketing, but people aren't willing to pay that much, and there's nothing been in game, like there's no updates in game that would make this price rise whatsoever, that's telling me that this item is basically being merged. Like people, maybe just someone out there has 10 accounts and he's been hoarding up all these items, and then he's just trying to flip them for an insanely high amount, whatever the reason. To me, when I see something like this, I know it's a thin bubble and pretty soon it's gonna pop. If you look at this table now, it's not going to look like that. This was the day after I released the previous video, and then this is where the huge spike came in. But if I look at the day graph after that day's video, you'll see that someone bought this item for 500,000, and I was trying to flip it for 200,000. Then we'll look at the weekly graph, and you'll see, as I was saying earlier, that this item was being merged, that people were trying to sell this at a higher cost, and then eventually someone thought, okay, this is where it should be sold at. So then the offers started coming in for people who maybe aren't aware of what the true value is for that. And then we have that graph again. Okay, so why don't we look currently where this graph stands to see if I was right about this being a bubble and then this decreasing, because right now this is showing me that this is going to increase, or this is increasing to 300,000, and it looks like it's going up. I don't know, maybe I'm a newbie and I don't know anything about merching, but the graph looks like it's going up. So why don't we look to see what's happening. Okay, so after the little bump happened, it started to crash, just like I said, because there was nothing in game telling this item, or there was nothing in game giving this item any more value than it already had. And when you see gaps like that, when you see gaps like this on the chart, you're gonna want to be careful. You're gonna want to pay attention to the weekly graphs and pay attention to see if there's any spikes like this, because if you see a spike like this, then you're gonna want to start putting offers at a lower amount, because right now this item's settling about 160,000 and it looks like it's being flatlined. So earlier when I released a video of me flipping this chart was up and down the whole way through, but now it's completely flatlined because the item crashed. Merchants created a bubble for this, and so yeah, that's what happened. And that's what you want to pay attention to. That's how you spot a mini short-term bubble. And if you guys like this video, you guys have any other suggestions for any type of videos that you guys want to see, leave a comment down below. Be sure to subscribe, and until next time.